Hello and welcome, battlers, to Mazer Gaming Gives Back 10, a $1,000 Pokemon Go tournament presented by Hive.io. So I am here today. I will be your guide, your host, and I am so excited to be joined by not one, but two fantastic Mazer gentlemen. If I could get these boys in here to introduce themselves, 2-0 Butters and Speediest Chief.
Is that the new pose from Charming to Legend there?
Look at that. Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah. a little choppy under it. Looks like there's like a little bit of like webbing or something in that palm. Looks like he's a good swimmer.
A little bit of hand cramping. You got to be loose for these kinds of matchups, though, right?
Yeah, if you hold a Pokeball all day, it'll do it to you.
Coming into game 2, Shadow Machamp is back against all odds into that Deoxys, Butters. This is tough. We're going to be doing almost equivalent damage here now that Scrafty is double boosted. Watch this. Look at this fist fight between these two boxers, and that Machamp did lose about 30%. Deoxys throws here a couple of counters before the Rock Slide, just wanting to remove Machamp. Hopefully you get to a move here, but this is going to be tough.
Yeah, and the thing is, Sableye is in an awkward spot, and here comes another move. This could be the Psycho Boost. Sableye might hold on with 1 health, but for what? In comes the Psycho Boost. He does hold on, but he needs to get the 2 foul plays to win this game. He has the full farm down this Deoxys and get the 2, and he gets noodled down.
And congratulations to Basti for taking that one 2-0.
So the Sableye now is going to be faced by Lickitung, swapped, and the Scrafty, hoping there's no answer, and there is no answer. It's the Swampert. So this Scrafty is probably going to have a good time up a shield.
I'll tell you what, Final Boss AJ must have been very happy to see Medicham in the lead, because look at that. Now that the fighter is gone, Scrafty is going to go to town. I love this early foul play here, Butters. No playing around here from Final Boss. Hydro Cannon does more damage than anything from Lickitung, so that was a smart shield by AJ. We're going to see the first pup come through here. There's still some play here, though, Butters.
Yeah, and finally return doing what it was meant to do. Get back in the Pokeball, Lickitung. Oh, not quite yet. A couple more Shadow Claws.
Lickitung refusing to return there for just a moment, but then finally submits to those resisted Shadow Claws. All right, jumping into game 2 here. Our trainers are ready. Sableye lead. Ninetales is on the field. Bar the Gamer playing some mind games with the Final Boss AJ here, forcing that swap. My goodness, that was really, really awesome. Instinctual swap does not exactly pay off. I'd much rather have Sableye with energy versus Licky than the Swampert, which is going to have to worry about these power whips.
But 2 shields charm here. How is Final Boss going to handle it?
Final Boss is running out of options very quickly. In comes the Weather Ball. Going to go ahead and try to throw. Doesn't even get the move. The charm, Butters. It's too OP.
Great call by Bar the Gamer. All that patience paid off. You could no-shield it, and he does go for the no-shield. Huge call.
Every Pokemon has its use. Ninetales' job is to remove the Sableye, and it reaches this Weather Ball. This is so critical here.
It is the swap. It is trying to go for this Earthquake, but is it going to get swapped on? And the Earthquake is coming. Does it go through? No, they're just missing. And it finally goes through.
Times the swap perfectly, over farming on the Stunfisk. Here comes the Quake, catch on the Skarm. This won't quite KO Butters. Here comes a move from the Skarmory as well. Staying alive. Final Boss AJ is not done yet. Stunfisk devours the Skarmory, and now that Registeel is the next target, here comes the next Earthquake, Butters. It's just too little, too late.
Yeah, I mean, G-Fist loved that swap. Completely calculated. That was ideal in the end for Bar the Gamer, even though it looked like initially a really good play by Final Boss AJ.
All right, gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look at these teams for this next matchups. We've got Soph and Boehm 20's teams.
Because we got the Deoxys into the Sableye. This is a tough start for Soph Toph here.
Soph Toph hard countered from the beginning, but she's very talented. Let's see that safe swap in action. Here comes a Wall Rain getting met by the Obstagoon. Things are not going her way so far, Butters. We go into the Stunfisk mirror, Butters, and I gotta tell you, this is not quite over. I can see a double bait situation actually working out, but it's a long shot. I love the Rock Slide bait here after shielding the Quake, and it gets called. No, that advantage that you just had. My goodness, the energy play here is just insane. Going for the Quake, bit of a Hail Mary. Does Boehm call the second one?
Wow, if Bohm now shields this, he is so far ahead. Oh my goodness, the calls coming out from Bohm here.
Going for the Quake, but it's CMP, and Soph loses the coin toss here.
The Sableye in the back. This is just looking pretty bad. Already at the foul play. So she's going to be able to farm this full down and be able to double Icicle Spear the Obstagoon, which is going to do a decent amount of damage. And the nice part is, and here comes the Obstagoon, it's switch locked, and she's going to be able to get back to her timer after this move, I think. Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. It looks like 2 counters went through, was unable to get to those back-to-back Icicle Spears, and now might have to give up a shield to not die to this Night Slash, but there's only 1 shield left, so at this point, Softov is relying on her backline Mond to finish this game. We don't know what it is yet, and this barely lives in simultaneous, but that actually denies a farm down for the backline Mond, which is the Stun Fist against a 2-shield Sableye. XL Sableye is quite thick, and this Earthquake does get shielded, so that's a huge advantage for Bohem.
We see Softov throw the kitchen sink at the Sableye, trying to get it off the field, but it does resist, throwing up that shield, calling the Earthquake. Here comes the foul play, and this is the send-off for the Stunfisk, as it will not survive this attack.
It's looking like our battlers are starting to get their teams together. So let's go ahead and finish out round 2 with this fantastic matchup. Casters, go ahead and take it away.
Here we see Ninetales Sableye. Talk about a hard call, Butters.
Yeah, Sableye's been a popular lead today, trying to not be predictable with the safe swap and landing into the Ninetales, swapped into the wall rain, baited out into the Scrafty. So is there a Registeel in the back here, though, for Basti? That's the question. Trying to close with this Registeel here, and it's met by a Trevenant.
Predicted the moveset earlier, Zap Cannon and Focus Blast, throwing the Zap Cannon, but it's a second earlier than that Shadow Ball, it would appear.
Yeah, and Registeel is so low health, has to get so much energy. It's just going to get charmed down here. 1 shield left for Scafo. This is looking quite good because it is a Sableye in the back with no shields and no health. Dominant win by Scafo here. Because they know Scrafty is out of the way, there's no answer, and goes for the undercharge. Here comes the Scrafty, but the Scrafty is going to foul play. Oh my god, the combo moves by Scafo. It's swapping into their own Scrafty to take out the Scrafty. Now we got Trevenant up 2 shields versus a Deoxys defense in the back. Oh my goodness, this is about as dominant as can get. He can win this game with Shadow Claw at this point.
Getting to the crunch, I feel like you need to throw a Rock Slide here, Butters, to avoid this.
Yeah, exactly, because now you're in this awkward position where you're at so much energy and this Drapion's at such low health that you're going to have to give up energy, and the defense falls. This Drapion's just getting so much out of it and swaps on the move. This could be the Rock Slide here. This could be the slight advantage that Israel needs. Look at him knowing his dimensions, knowing he can survive this body slam and still get to the play rough here, and he holds on with enough health to throw the play rough here against the Vigoroth and take one of the shields.
It knows that charge move is impending, saving some health here on Medicham. I do like this play as well. Now we are at shield parity. Switching in the Fisk, wants to draw a shield with the potential Earthquake here.
So Medicham is out of range of the body slam, and 2 ice punches is going to be able to do it. I think Israel's going to take game number 2.
Here comes the first Ice Punch from the Medicham. This will draw that final shield. No, allowing it through. Ashish submitting to Israel's Medicham.
Wow, that's huge. This Walrein has a decent amount of health here, and this G-Fist is going to have to shield this Earthquake. You're getting the shield right back, so now you have alignment, and the shields should be even here.
Again, going for the aggressive play, throwing the Earthquake. No shields, Butters! And this is a huge deficit for Ashish. He has a lot of ground to make up. The third Pokemon is Trevenant, met by the Sableye. Going to swap in, trying to catch the C-Bomb with the Drapion. Is not successful, but Drapion is going to have a fun time against the Trevenant. Shield advantage is important here, Butters, but I don't know. This is steep for our tree here.
He could get greedy and no shield this. I think he's going to go for it. He does no shield, knowing his counts, knowing it's a seed one, a ton of energy left. He just has to double foul play here, and he wins the game.
Incredible late game awareness. Israel is dialed in, and he's going to dial up another foul play. Here comes the first one, and it takes down the Stunfisk. Ashish again submitting to the will. Israel unstoppable in game 3.
We are currently in round 4, and there are several people who have gone undefeated so far with 3 points total. We have In the Wilson, Scafo, Isra Lopez, Zygomatic, and Bar the Gamer all sharing that 3-0 status.
Dilap got too scared and went for the Seed Bomb, and Scaffo knows it's the Seed Bomb.
Look at cool, calm, collected Scaffo, no shielding the Seed Bomb, carrying all that energy into this next matchup. As we saw there, again, maximizing your energy when you're dealing resisted damage. Here comes the Charm Tails, and this is so bad for Dilap. 2 shield charm, Butters.
Yeah, this is gonna be a dominant force here. You're gonna have to like double bait and land an Earthquake. This is an uphill battle. You're actually 1 Powder Snow short of the Earthquake. The Scaffo realized this. Let's see the counting of Scaffo here. Does he realize it? No, he shields the Icicle Spear, 1 Powder Snow short. And this Weather Ball, double resistant, should take down the Walrein. But it looks like Dilap is fine just getting some energy out of this. Taking some charms, maybe going for the Gleam, maybe knowing that this is the best matchup.
Here comes the Trevenant, answered by the Sableye, but guess what? Shield advantage is critical here, Butters. Oh my goodness, look at that! Azu's going to come in here. Again, that long turn cycle betraying it here as the Trevenant's gaining energy so much faster, throwing the Seed Bomb here, Butters, just like you called out.
And this is what we call a 3-ball. This is going to be Dilap winning this game with 3 Pokemon alive.
And they are wearing matching sweaters. Do you think they coordinated today?
You know, I think they did.
Dilap, he did some push-ups. He drank a cup of coffee. He's adjusting his glasses. He's thinking about this matchup. So here comes Scrafty into Walrein. Making the switch into Ninetales. It's a pretty late switch, but it's Psyshock. No reason to fear the Reaper. This is not Dazzling Gleam. You don't want to get caught on here. Let's see what happens. Azu comes in, throws the move immediately. It's a Weather Ball. Do we see the early shield?
I think he thinks it's a Weather Ball. He no shields it. Great call.
Tries to make the catch. Throws the Scrafty in there. Gets the counter down.
He destroys all that energy. The bait was for nothing.
Here comes Play Rough number 2 from that shiny Best Buddy Azumarill, just deploying all of its energy. Walrein stands strong. Does it get there? I think it does, Butters.
He gets to the Earthquake. He shakes the ground. He shakes the competition. Dilap is gonna defeat Scaffo and win this 2-1.
Hora BK is our anime villain here as we see that outfit looking pretty sharp. Sableye into Trevenant. This is actually quite close.
Going for the foul play bait, but is he trying to foul play bait and then get to another foul play? Does it get shielded? Is this gonna be a no shield? It is a shield.
Protecting the Ninetales from the foul play bait, but charming down that Sableye. Is this a push-pull situation, or did Horov get too fancy on their feet and put themselves in a bad position? Able to deny the extra charm here, but the problem, Butters, is that we just took that move, so we're not going to be able to get to a second attack here.
2-shield Trevenant versus another Trevenant. It has the energy advantage. How is this going to play out? He shields the Shadow Ball, and now this is going to be a fast move battle. He's just going to go for the Shadow Claws. He's going to win with Shadow Claw. He's swapping the Seed Bomb.
The catch! The catch of the Seed Bomb on the Azu. He's going to sacrifice all that energy, come in with one more Shadow Claw. That might be all she wrote. Horov and Scaffo squaring off. Wigglytuff into Ninetales. The Charmers are on the field here, Butters.
I don't study charm matchups. I'm just going to look at cuteness. And I think the Wigglytuff had bigger eyes, and bigger eyes contribute to cuteness. Like in puppies or little humans. You could go for the Wigglytuff, resist these Shadow Claws. That's going to be the option, but you're going to probably have to shield a Seed Bomb. Oh, but does he?
Getting there! Huge Seed Bomb play. Not going to draw the shield either, Butters. What is going on here? This is madness.
He has to go for the bait here, and he does. He does go for the bait. A Shadow Claw does go through. This bait is probably going to determine the game. What is Scaffo going to do here?
Oh, he shields it, Butters. He shields the Seed Bomb. Do we get to that Shadow Ball in time? I believe we do. Oh, and it's enough to KO. Here comes the Ninetales reaching for the Weather Ball. Doesn't even need it, Butters. Gets the charm down. All right, we are locked in. Israel is still rocking it out versus Bar the Gamer, another very determined opponent, but we've seen the grit displayed by both of these trainers so far in the tournament. And we do see the Lickitung being one of the stronger answers for some of the Pokemon on the other team, like the Azu and Sableye. So it's also telling that we're staying in here, because whenever you lead a Pokemon into a matchup, you have to ask yourself, is this the best possible position for this Pokemon?
Yeah, in the soft loss in the lead really paid off, because you can resist this Rock Slide, keep farming down, get an energy advantage with the Swampert. Like you said earlier, there's no grass type to soak this energy. The Swampert is going to be able to do a lot here.
We do see another Hydro Cannon getting dialed up here, and he gets it and he catches it, Butters.
What a swap, catching the Hydro Cannon here.
Butters, we are back in the saddle. Swampert lead into Medicham.
Okay, this Swampert is super safe, as you mentioned, leading into the Medicham here. This is a quite neutral matchup. You don't want to take the Psychic, though, because once you take the Psychic, the Medicham can decide to shield up and start farming down. Lickitung is so thick. Is he going to get to this body slam? But no, he's forced to throw energy.
Look at the awareness there, knowing that the body slam was pending, going to throw the crunch after maximizing the energy gains. I love the plays here, and it's just a testament to the high skill ceiling that we're seeing today. We're in the Medicham mirror match, calls the Ice Punch early. What a great call, not shielding a potential Psychic, but it was the Ice Punch. And now Medicham is going to start to ramp itself up. Such different approaches with these Medicham, Butters. He needs 2 Hydro Cannons, Butters, and it's going to cut it really close here. He's gathering as much energy as he can. Oh, the switch! The switch was what you need, Butters. We're going to look for a Shadow Claw down here.
He needs to get to 2 Hydro Cannons. He farms down. He can still get to the 2 Hydro Cannons before he dies to the Shadow Claws. He needs to get the 2, and the Shadow Claw goes through.
Shadow Claw comes through. Will it be enough to KO the Swampert? We're going to see as soon as the camera swivels back around. First Hydro comes through. We know he survived. Does he get it?
He needs one more Mud Shot.
Here comes the Medicham, and it's got nothing left in the tank. My gosh. That was wild. Okay, we're in decisive game 3. Drapion lead into the Swampert. Azu still shielding, recognizing how critical switch advantage is in the matchup. Again, now that we've lost lead, lost switch, we're looking for energy leverage, which is the third factor here. Drapion taking that first body slam, but look at all the energy it's gaining here, Butters. In comes the Sableye swap, and here comes the Ninetales to beat it. Bar the Gamer, I think, is in full control now, Butters.
I think someone who likes to run a Charmer is out there. If they made an animated GIF of a Charmer and then 2 shields coming down like sunglasses, now the Charmer is wearing sunglasses in the shape of 2 shields, I think that would be quite a good emote. And if I could describe Scaffo's gameplay, it would be in that animated GIF. Swapping on the Azumarill, trying to catch the Hydro Cannon, but doesn't, and now it's going to have to take a Shadow Sludge Wave. No, saves the energy, and now into the Lickitung.
Look at that tremendous control by the Swampert. Trying to catch Hydro Cannon does not allow it, and instead banks 2 Hydro Cannons plus on that Swampert for a rainy day. Here comes the Azu's play rough into Lickitung.
And here comes that Scrafty, like you mentioned, just sniping that energy. Classic Scaffo move. But here comes the 100 energy from the Swampert. And the Scrafty can't shield, because if he shields, he's just going to back-to-back and win CMP. He's going to back-to-back and take out the Scrafty here.
Oh, but the pup comes through here, Butters. You have to sacrifice a shield if you want the second Hydro, and Wilson does.
There must have been a decent CMP on the first one, and that's what happened there. So now the extra counter with the pause! The extra counter with the pause just takes out that entire Swampert energy. That Scrafty was somehow able to snipe out 100 energy from Swampert and make its way through the Sableye.
Scrafty is earning its paycheck, makes the switch, tries to catch, goes to Licky against the Azu.
This is huge. How far is Azu from a move? It's 1 bubble away. You have to throw, and he can't. He goes for the Shadow Claw. He's just going to take the Ice Beam, and in the Wilson is going to go down here. And here it is, the Alolan Ninetales. I guess the coin flip with heads, and here comes the Shadow Swampert to meet it. That had such a good opportunity to say, hey, the coin flip was tails, but I said heads. Wow, what a missed opportunity here. Here comes the shield fight Swampert, and he's going to get to the next move here. Does he try to go for the Sludge Wave? He does not. He goes for the Hydro Cannon. Yeah, I mean, the bad part is you would have loved to have this Charmtails in the back versus these this Double Dark, but at least you're going to throw a passing Weather Ball and 1 charm for the road. Nope, no charm for the road. And as we remember, the Swampert does not have enough health, but he wants to take the power-up punch. He had no way of possibly getting to the Hydro Cannon, but he does sack the Swampert and take the damage there. The problem is you still need to get the 3 body slams to take out the Scrafty.
In the Wilson singing the Bee Gees right now, just staying alive, but not going to be for much longer, because here comes another pup from Scrafty.
All right, we have our teams, JGB being the new competitor here today. I see a Walrein, a Trevenant, an Azu, a Medicham, a Reggie, and Amanda Buzz. We are just about ready with our battlers.
The finals, we got the Trevenant into the Stunfisk. This is a good start for JBG. Swapping into the Lickitung. Is this a swap on the Shadow Ball? This is a swap on the Shadow Ball. This is absolutely huge. What a momentum swap. One more foul play will actually be able to do it. Does he try to cut off all this energy? He does cut off all this energy, but it's swapped. Resisted. Another resisted swap by Bar the Gamer.
Bar the Gamer is making his opponent waste energy left and right, and the switch timer is lined up again. Here comes the Registeel. A lot of fancy movement by Bar, but is he putting himself into a corner?
It looks good, but I'm not sure if it is good. In the long run. A clean lock-on down there. A Zap Cannon and Focus Blast does the same amount of damage, and looking for the Focus Blast here. And the good thing about this Chief is it's in Focus Blast range. It took enough Shadow Claws to be in range of dying to Focus Blast.
You're going to bait as well. This is a bit predictable, Butters.
Yeah, because are you going to use all that energy to throw the Earthquake? He no-shields it. The Rock Slide does nothing. This is but then a swap puts him in range of Body Slam and actually forces the shield.
Does he reach the Focus Blast, though, is the question. Reggie dialing up. Doesn't. Switches out into Mandibuzz. Banks it for a rainy day, Butters.
Yeah, Trevenant still very healthy here. Just about in Rock Slide range, though. And as you see, Bar the Gamer nearly has 2 Rock Slides. So how is JVG going to manage this energy? Is he going to try to swap?
Whenever it wants to.
Right, he has it banked. And the combo move! The Focus Blast! JBG! With the combo move to finish off Bar the Gamer. Time's up! Buzzer beater!
So we can go ahead and we can take a look. Bar the Gamer is victorious. So we can move on over, take a look at the bracket. And here we are. Bar the Gamer, there is the trophy.
Firstly, I just wanted to say thank you for having me. This is such an amazing event to give back and also to have these fantastic sponsors help our Pokemon Go community.
Pokemon Go is a very community-driven game. We come together, we help each other, and we work towards common goals. And I think that the sponsors reflected that, the organization reflects that, the cast, the hosts, the production, everything reflected that. And I just couldn't be happier that we are all aligned on our goals to make the world a better place. So thank you so much for being here, for competing, for being in the chat.
Thank you so much, everybody. And we will see you at the next Mazer Gaming Gives Back. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.